All right, hello everyone. Russell Smith here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and welcome to you all. Thank you for having me in your room today. Now, what I'd like to do now is introduce to you this lady who is one part of the Chris and Cole team down there in happy Tamworth. She's part of the Global Leadership Council. She's an advisory board member, and she's a 50K monthly earner. Please make her welcome. Chrissy Gregg. Thanks, Chrissy.
Hey, Russell, thank you so much. Hey, you could be on radio now with that voice. Well done. Fantastic. You might be taking over from Simon Haggard there.
Okay.
You did a great You did a great job for your first time taking intros. Well done. If I could ask my wonderful ladies that are waiting in the wings to take over admitting people, that would be fantastic. Russell, thank you. If you could just wait there for a moment as well while we do some announcements, and then we will bring you back out to have a chat. And we've got some exciting six-pack to show of yours as well, and we'd love to hear about your experience with that.
Lovely.
So welcome, everyone. As Russell said, it is Chrissy Gregg here, one half of the Chrissy and Cole team from Tamworth in New South Wales, Australia. And it was wonderful to hear all of you dial in from around the world. It's the most exciting thing to hear all of the places that we have distributors in. It's like having a little bit of a world trip when you're listening to everyone dial in. So congratulations on being here for your global team call. And as Kirsty put out in the Sendy, we do have some superstars to interview today, and we do have a particular message, and that message is basically the KISS method. And I won't use the last S, we'll call it keep it simple. We don't need to throw in the stupid, but yeah, keeping it simple, following the system, keeping it real. And that's what these ladies are going to be talking about shortly. But let me grab my little notebook and see what announcements we've got. Kirsty sent them through to me at about midnight last night, so she is a night owl. Super Saturday tickets, you've been hearing about it on all the calls. We have the early bird. So if you're purchasing your Super Saturday ticket, it's a bit early for those S's, before the 31st of January, you're part of the early bird. And so it expires the 31st of January. And that means if you've got your ticket, you're in the draw for some prizes. So do everything you can to get that Super Saturday ticket before the end of January 31st, and $90. It's all virtual. Great value for you all to be part of a full day, night, wherever you are, of training. So if you've never heard of Super Saturday, check out the flyer in your background and get up to your M8 or your enroller for them to explain it to you. So it is training for all of the distributors. If you've just joined, welcome, because we only do Super Saturday maybe once, if you're lucky, twice a year. So it's perfect timing for you to be in front of some amazing training for your business. All right, and we've got a little countdown clock. So if you're in your back office, you don't all have to go and have a look now, stay with us, but in your back office above the Super Saturday flyer, there's a little countdown for how many days and hours that are left to Super Saturday. So we are on the countdown, 15 days to go. So that's it on Super Saturday. We have a time change for the North America call. So where Sendy went out, I'm not sure if it went out to everybody or just people within the North America area, but a time change, it's going to 12:30 p.m. New York time on a Monday. And Lise is back to host that call after having her beautiful daughter. So check out that, and remember, moving forward, 12:30 New York time. And quantum coaching, the flyers in the back office. So definitely get yourself purchasing that if you're looking to learn and be available for March. So dates are on the flyer. So check that out as well. Remembering that we've mentioned if you do purchase it now, getting the previous Alchemy calls, all the recorded calls we did during Alchemy, some amazing information from Mr. Shane Kreider in there. You'll be able to have that for yourself, as well as be part of the new training for Quantum. So more bang for your buck, definitely, with 2 products for the price of 1. And Kirsty said, Team Euro, there's been a very special planning call for you guys. So some very exciting calls coming up. So make sure you're on them live, as I'm sure you all are. If not, catch the recording. So that is it for our announcements. GLC will let me know if there's something else that I have forgotten. Let me just check my Skypes. No, we should be good. All righty, guys. So as I said, we have got some a really great call lined up, and we all like stories. We take a lot of information from people's stories. We're going to leave the chat on, because I do believe in this type of call, you will all love to share your love to all of the participants with the call. Please keep it to topic, though. We don't need to go off on a tangent and take people's minds off what we're talking about, because very often somebody's story is just as important for your business and your mindset as a training on a particular platform, so to speak. Have your marketing hats on. You may have something that pops up that you can definitely think, oh, I could utilize that. So before we get started into those, though, Russell, come out and join me. Give everyone a short snippet of who you are, where you are, why you got started, and then we're going to show your homepage 6-pack. So come on out.
Oh, thanks, Chrissy. Thank you for that. Yes, well, Russell Smith, Queenslander, absolutely, and born in Brisbane. Spent some time in Rockhampton and have a background in music. I left Rocky very soon after high school, went to Melbourne and studied and also played music. I was a rocker in my day, so I'm an aging rocker. And I studied, yeah, is he? Okay. I studied marketing and business and went on to climb a corporate ladder. And I found that life quite disappointing, unlike my music career. But yeah, I found that I was compromising on my values in that sector, and just didn't feel comfortable. So I thought, okay, well, I'll get to a higher level, and it didn't get better. So wasn't happy, and left that life to pursue my own business. So for me, it's always been searching for a vehicle, Chrissy, finding the vehicle. And I did have a vehicle which I was driving alongside my wife, my ex-wife, of course. And of course, that ultimately came to an end. So again, searching for a vehicle, and I found this company, and as a lot of people say, a bit of a cliche, the business found me. And so I never stopped searching, never stopped pursuing a comfortable environment where I didn't have to compromise on my values. And so it's nice to be with nice people, and I feel very relaxed and comfortable with this organization. So I'm very comfortable, as I said many times, and happy to continue my career. Don't feel like I would need to move elsewhere. I am an analyst, and I pursue trading exploits quite vigorously. But having said that, I still enjoy the prosperity of life environment. So I see myself here for as long as necessary.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Russell. Very similar to Cole's story, actually. Rock band in the 80s, and always searching for a business vehicle. And we've tried a few and not very successful. But yeah, definitely hang our hat here, and have been, for 13 years. So yeah, he's definitely an aged rocker as well. Set up his just a rocker, he yelled out, nothing to do with age.
Yeah, same.
So there you go. All right, Russell. Well, you got started under Bruce, which you're in fantastic hands there.
Totally.
So just a quick, oh, sorry, what somebody that was unmuted, if everyone can make sure they're muted. Russell, just when you saw the compensation plan, did you see the big picture straight away saying that you're, exactly like we did? Now, did you put your toe in the water first? What did you get started with? When did you upgrade to M8? Those types of things.
Yeah, I was a little cautious because being a searcher for the vehicle, I found a lot of vehicles along my way that weren't quite right for me. And so I had to be very cautious. And I had been involved in an MLM once before. So that ultimately came to its final demise. And so I was very cautious, Chrissy. I jumped in quickly. However, I tested slowly. And once I became quite relaxed with the environment, really it was the environment that allowed me, again, back to my values. Once I found comfortable with that, myself comfortable, I had no hesitation to jump in, go hard. I did have another business I was transitioning out of. So the hours that I was putting into the business weren't as many as I would like when I first started, hence the slowness for me to start to make some money. But I can see that happening. This year will be the year for me, and I'm very comfortable with that. Again, comforts. So not compromising on values, nice to be with nice people. And so they're the main things that kind of rocked it for me. And but I became M8 in about 15 months, I think it was. I won't be looking back for sure.
Fantastic. Yeah, well done. And I some of your words there really ring true for us as well. So congratulations on your decision, though, to upgrade to your M8. I know you're qualified now as an M8, which is fantastic. Yes. So just a quick snippet about how you found doing your 6-pack. Now, I better explain that to people. Guys, if somebody upgrades to all of our products, they actually get their marketing assets. And I'll call it thrown in because it definitely is. So you're getting like a homepage video that we're about to show of Russell's that would go on your website. You get a lot of photos to be used in your marketing. You get a thank you on your website when someone puts their information in. So lots of extra things to put yourself in front of your audience as a leader within your business and our industry. And so, Russell, how did you find that experience? Because you've only just got your 6-pack assets back now. But yeah, how did you find it?
Oh, very, very comfortable, Chrissy. No concerns. I enjoyed the day. I had a great day with Durran, and I've had some time with Ivan. Of course, Ivan is in Portugal, but it's extraordinary what we can do with technology, and a lot of the audio from that piece that you're about to hear was just through my telephone, my mobile phone, and the end effect is quite complete. And so it's allowed me to put a signature to my business. So my signature to my business, with the platform of Prosperity of Life supporting my signature. So you don't have all that administrative process that you would normally have in a conventional business. Don't have that. It's all done. The back office is available. The CRM is complete. But the process of the video, the day, was very comfortable, very easy. Durran's a pleasure to work with. We had a lot of fun together. He's a cool guy, and it was an enjoyable day for me. I was a bit tired towards the end because there's a lot of footage and a lot of snaps. And for me, though, in South Bank, I had a lot of settings that I could call on to place my pictures. So, and you'll see that in the footage. So there are a lot of, there's a variety. Yeah, variety of environments, settings. Yeah. So yeah, nice, great.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. And guys, you know, these are done in people's what I'll call backyards. So if you're getting your six-pack done, you know, it's around the area that you're in. So it's really authentic. I think that's what the word is. So let's have a look. You all know, well, most of you know that I'm not very good with technology. So keep your fingers crossed that, and that's a label I should get over. So
my radar was pinged when I saw this business model. It was the personal development and lucrative compensation plan that got me. I was in. Hi, I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're here because you're looking for a way to increase your earning potential while working a flexible schedule. I'd love to share a bit about myself and this business so that we can get to know each other a little better. For most of my career, I've climbed the corporate ladder within the financial services, investment banking sectors, both here in Australia and the US, and some time in London. I've also run my own business as an analyst and coach and still run that company on the side today. I was looking for an opportunity with greater potential, a vehicle to take me to a new level of freedom after some personal disappointments and setbacks with the corporate work I was doing. I wanted to put in place residual and passive income and get my money really working for me. A little ad on Facebook led me here, and it ticks all my boxes. After watching a thorough presentation, I got a sense that I'd discovered something very special. I'm a numbers guy, and the numbers stacked up for me. I discovered not only what I believe to be the business model of the future, but also a diverse group of business leaders who have been fully available for support. Now, we have a full business system that we teach to qualified candidates. You don't need any special skills or qualifications. You just need a willingness to learn new things and a burning desire to reach that next financial level. Now, let me tell you what I don't do. I don't cold call. I don't stock products, and I don't have to do any pressure selling. This isn't MLM, so I don't have to write up a big long list of family and friends to promote to. And of course, you won't have to either. Oh, the product line is personal development and wealth creation. Now, the courses I've done since starting have seriously helped me with my state of mind. For the first time in a long time, I have a clear path and I'm excited about my future. Now, of course, not every business is for every person. So let me share a little about what I look for. Now, you're someone who is ready for the rewards of business ownership. I'm looking for big thinkers. You see yourself making a minimum of six-figure income with at least a couple of hours a day to devote to something new. This sounds like you? Just pop your details into the form. I'll give you a call to chat to see if we might have the potential of working together. And of course, we respect your privacy, so if this isn't the right opportunity for you, it's easy to opt out without any hassle. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Russell Smith. Hope to hear from you soon.
Okay, so did that play okay, Russell?
My side, it was just, it was still moving pictures.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, but
right.
I think people got the idea, right?
Yeah, I hope so. You were a natural act, guys. Sorry if it was a little bit distorted. That's just what happens when we send it through Zoom. Some people are saying that they love the word track, and I did too. I thought you did an amazing job, put it all together. And by the way, one question, really important one. Did you pot that ball?
Sorry, did I what?
Did you pot that ball on the pool table?
Oh, yes. No.
All right. So have a look at the love that's coming through in the chat, Russell. People really, really liked it. I did, sure. So great job. And to put that on your website, be proud of that because you will attract the right niche just for you.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Yeah, appreciate you for letting us share that with everyone. And if you've got any questions about your six packs, just reach out to your M8 director. They will be able to fill you in for sure. So Russell, if you'd like to just stay muted in the background while I then bring out my next two superstars to join me. And I have the pleasure of interviewing Peggy. Where are you? From Perth. Come on out and say hi.
Hi, Chrissy, I'm here. Thank you.
There you are. Congratulations. We're going to have a chat about your results and just a candid interview. And then I have Anna from Sydney. Sydney. Where are you, Anna?
Hello, I'm here.
There you are. Yeah, we've got you. Fantastic. Don't these ladies look beautiful for early morning? And I know, Kath, it's silly o'clock over there in Perth. So guys, if you're not sure, look up the time for WA, so Western Australia, that we actually hold these calls. So anyone over in Perth, you're legends, because it is early. So thank you for saying yes. And I know, Peggy, you often jump on the calls, and we're going to talk about that, of course, and with Anna as well. So what we'll do is I will start with you, Peggy, since you got up at like 3 o'clock or something ridiculous in the morning.
Yeah.
Some people may have only just been going to bed. And, you know, your names were popped over to me from Kirsty because of your results recently. And we know those results have come from following the system for definitely a period of time. And that's why I said this is call, really the message is keeping it simple. You know, I spoke to Jeannie on live prospecting, I think it was, you know, that's had those 5 sales after hitting a 3 plan for a 90-day period. And, you know, shock horror that the system works. We just work the system, and instead of trying to control everything. So with that, Peggy, please come out. There'll be people here that don't know you. So give a quick rundown of your POL, what you were doing prior, why you got started, and then we can chat a little bit about results. So come out.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Chrissy. Thanks so much for having me. Yes, so I am from Perth, and I'm a mum with 2 children, 11 and 14 years old. And it's coming on 3 years now that I got started. So I got started in March 2019. And at the time, I had a full-time office job. It was a really good role that I enjoyed. However, it was the flexibility that I went looking for, that I wanted again. We have been business owners in the past, and we do run a couple of other businesses still. So I was looking for that, just like pretty much I think so many people here were looking for that happy work-life balance. So I found Prosperity of Life. I got started in March 2019, and then by June, July 2019, I made that big decision that I would resign from my full-time job, and I left that job behind, and I just dived into this business, and I haven't really looked back. And you know, over the 3 years now, almost in March, there have been ups and downs, definitely, but there's been more ups. And, you know, I often say to Paul, I'm having one of those moments where it's not quite working for me. And all I do is just literally jump back in and follow the system, get back into that simplicity, like you said, and it starts to pop again. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, fantastic. And hey, Lawrence, if you could try muting. I've tried to mute you from my side, but it just doesn't work. So you might be having some technical issues there. So Lawrence Armstrong, if you could try muting, and everybody else, if you could check to make sure that you're muted, that would be great. So Peggy, thank you for sharing that. So you've really here as a baby, only a couple of years. I treat that as, you know, someone that's still brand new and learning their craft, because, you know, Lise was a teacher. It took her years to become a teacher. Anyone that goes for an apprenticeship, it takes a long time to learn that craft. So well done to you then, because you must have had a lot less obstacles in your head than what I and Cole certainly had, to be able to follow the system and see that it works. So with that, Peggy, okay, you went looking for I suppose, the cliche that we want to have a little bit more flexibility around our schedule, especially having children. So where did you get started with what product, in other words? And then did you upgrade to M8? Are you M8 qualified now? Just a little bit around that.
Yeah, sure. So Leanne Haggard is my M8 enroller. So, and now, of course, Simon. So when I first started, I got started I wanted to start at M7, definitely, but I didn't have the finances there and there. So I got started at M1. And then literally within a few weeks, I found the balance to get going at M7. And then I got qualified out within a very short period of time. And that's kind of when I went, right, that's it. I'm quitting my job. I'm leaving it. This is all I want to do. So I was literally qualified out really in a very short period of time. And then 12 weeks, I quit that job. And then by, I think it was around July when I quit my job, that's when I went, right, I want to go M8. So I purchased the products and I did that. And then I went to Thailand with my family in October 2019 and I did my 6-pack. So that was just a brilliant experience to be there with other business associates. We met Simon and Lee, and obviously staying with Shane and Rachel. It was just brilliant. I loved it. And so that was October 2019. And then I was a fully qualified M8 director by December. So we had our Super Saturday. That was my very first Super Saturday in Sydney. So Paul and I flew over there, and that's when I got my PIN. So yeah, by the end of the year, I was fully qualified M8, and then, kind of just been going since then.
That's excellent. Thank you. And it's funny, we do see the financial side as the obstacle, but then once we jump in, it seems to open up our ideas around what we can achieve and where we can find that. Be creative accountants, for sure. So well done on your decision, because right at the moment, or just for 2022, January has been pretty exciting for you. So would you like to share what's happened for January? And that's what, we've got another week or a few days anyway, so who knows, but yeah, share what you've achieved so far.
Yeah, so yeah, January's definitely been a really fantastic month. It's not my biggest month as yet. I have had larger months, but like you said, it's not the end of the month yet. I've still got, I think, another 8 days to be that 30-day period, if you like. So, who knows what'll still happen then. But yeah, so far I've been able to welcome 4 new team members. 2 M7s and 2 M1s, and I know I've got a couple of other M7s that are literally just waiting there to push that button. And you know what, Chrissy, this has all happened whilst we've been away on holidays. Like literally, it was all popping while we're away on our boat for 2 weeks, and then we had a week of camping, and there I was in my tent, laptop and all, sitting in there, and the kids would sometimes come in and go, Mum, what are you doing in here? Come on, come out. I'm like, I've just got one more thing to do, and then, so anyway, it was all during holidays and having a really good time, and that's exactly what I wanted, and it was just flowing. So I said to Paul, okay, babe, we need to make sure that we're away like pretty much 12 months of the year, because this really does work when we're on holidays. So yeah. Yeah.
My daughter always says that My daughter always says that to Colin. You should go away all the time. You always create a lot more income when you're on holidays. So, that's the fun aspect, and not trying to control it, because once you had finished doing what you needed to do for your business, you went off and enjoyed yourself instead of sitting in front of the laptop trying to make it happen. And we all do that. I still find myself doing that. I have to catch myself and think, oh, goodness me, go off and do something else. We do have to still do what's necessary. But if we're really, really on focus, we can get that done fairly fast. And then go out and have some fun, for sure. Now, something popped out there, Peggy, I was going to say, but you didn't actually just say that time of year. We talk about it very often, December, January. We want to down our tools and take the time out because it's holiday season. It doesn't mean that you can't go on holidays, guys, but it takes a couple of hours a day. You might want to bring down, if you're doing a 10 plan, you might want to reduce that amount. But ticking over for a 3 plan, you can get that done in a couple of days, especially if you've done the work previously to have your marketing all sorted. So, Peggy, is that what you basically did? A couple of hours a day if you had your calls to make, and then just had fun with the kids and everyone at the other times?
Yep, exactly. So leading up to January and going away, we left about a week before Christmas. So we jumped on the boat and we headed down south, and that pretty much the 6 weeks prior, I was working. We'd had a pretty sad time, if you like, with losing a really dear friend suddenly end of November, and also our gorgeous 17-year-old dog Ruby passed away a day within itself. So that was really sad. It took a big hit for us, and I just went, you know what, I'm just going to jump in. I need to refocus here. So I did. I jumped into work and I got all of that done. And then by the time we were going away, that started to pop. And yeah, exactly like you said, Chrissy. So I do spend a couple of hours a day on the business, even when we're away on holidays. That's just me. It's not for everybody, but I've always been like that, where I just enjoy it. And if I don't do a little bit, I feel a little bit, yeah. So that's just me. And it's not for everyone, but I enjoy doing something every day.
Yeah, and that shows in your results, because that's exactly how we get results. It's like going to the gym. I usually use this analogy. You don't go to the gym and do 8 hours work on a Saturday and expect to get results. You do a little bit as many days as you can. And when I say, Peggy, you said the same, you do some work. We're not digging ditches. We're not putting bitumen on a road. The work that we do is super easy. And, we get paid really well to talk on the phone. And, Cole's very excited that I get paid well to do that.
Yeah.
So, it's not like it's hard work. And if you're not enjoying it, maybe it's not the business for you, because, you should be enjoying what we do. So it's great example through December and January that you can get results. People are looking, and it was perfect timing for our Q&A call, because you did get some results from that. So what happened with the Q&A call, Peggy?
Yes, so I have had, I've had, I think it was one sale from the Q&A call. So, and I've got quite a few people that were on the call that haven't taken up the offer, but are definitely they're getting started. It just wasn't the right moment for them. But yeah, I've had a lady, Christiane over in Canada, that got started, or the Dominican Republic, who,
Welcome, Christiane.
yes, yeah, welcome. And I just wanted to also welcome my beautiful new team members. So Barbara, Katie, Nicole, and of course, Christiane. So yeah, I just wanted to jump out and say welcome to all those ladies.
Yeah, all the ladies are in the house. Welcome, ladies. Well done. And yeah, Yeah, take the spot, Peggy, jump in, and well, you've got it for sure. So do you feel, I know you've got results and everything over the time. So what would be your piece of advice that you would give to our community here that you feel was something that does it for you? Do you know what I mean? Just that one piece of advice that you could give for anyone that's on the line.
Yeah.
On the street.
Yeah.
On
Good
the stream.
question. Yeah. Good question. One thing I found when I stopped comparing myself to others, something shifted, and it kind of felt like the block that I think I had there with everything. Oh, why isn't it working for me? Why is it working for everybody else and not for me? When I stopped doing that and just went, right, just focus on your own thing here, Pegs. Do what you enjoy doing and stop looking around, blinkers on. It started flowing. So yeah, I think that's one thing. And just make sure that you're on every call. Really, it is so important. I know we all say it, everybody says it, but it is so important to keep that motivation and the momentum going. And you learn something new from every single call. And yeah, they're the probably two main things, I think. And just follow the 6 daily steps and do something that's income producing every single day. That's about it.
Yeah.
So that's 3 things.
No, that's perfect. And it's going with keeping it simple. Guys, if anyone's unmuted, that would be great to check. But that's what we were talking about. Keeping it simple. We have a simple system. We all like to make it tricky, or where maybe my age, but that we have to work hard for our money or our results. And unless we're sitting there working on the computer, and sometimes we might not be working, we might be just sitting in front of it, kidding ourselves or anybody else that's around us that we're working. And I think that is, having a great work ethic is fantastic. But if we think all the time that we have to be working hard to get a result, then that's the result we're going to get, having to work hard to get it. And that is a big thing for Col and I to be able to be comfortable with. There's your word, Russell, comfortable. With being that we don't have to do 8 to 10 hours if we don't need to, or we're having time out. So that's a big one. Thanks, Peggy, on that. And 6 daily activities. Well, we've had a call with that recently with Shane and Rach. We all know what they are. And are we doing them, or are we just kidding ourselves again that we're doing them? So, I was really good at income producing activities because I do have a good work ethic, not so good on the personal development, the gratitude, the things that I felt were a waste of time, my time, because it wasn't classed as work. So, getting that balance, that your personal development is not because you're being slack. It's just as important as the income producing activities. Or you'll have someone that's really good on personal development and then just sits doing the personal development and not enough income producing activities. Rachel always says the person that gets the balance the quickest gets the results the quickest. I was a bit slow on getting that balance. And Peggy, what was the other? You gave me 3 income producing activities. Oh, comparing yourself. So it's great to get inspired by these results, but not to have, why isn't it happening for me? And that's the instant we will do it, because we're humans will do it. So be inspired by it. That gives you more belief in what's achievable for you, definitely. So thank you, Peggy. We will leave there for you just to sit in the background, and we'll bring out Anna. But we'll see what time we've got left at the end there to see if you've got any pearls of wisdom. Now, Anna, you've been sitting in the background there, so come on out and join me. And you've had the time a little bit to think about those questions. I put Peggy in the hot seat.
Yeah.
You had time to think, oh, what am I going to say to those questions? But there'll be lots of people that don't know you as well. So come on out and share your story of what you were doing prior, how you found POL, where you got started, that type of thing. So come out.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna. I'm based here in Sydney, Australia, and I've been living here for the past 20 years. Now you've noticed my accent, so it's improving. I always like to say, okay, I'm getting closer and closer to being very much, without that accent, but I love it. I don't want to lose it. So I'll keep it. Yeah. So before Prosperity of Life, I was working in an art gallery as I was doing my art studies as well. And I was finishing off with my art studies. I was working in the hotel as well, part-time. And a lot of things, and all that with 2 kids. There was very, very little at that time. So a lot was going on. And I came to a point where I didn't want to do that much anymore. I wanted to spend time at home. I didn't want to travel to uni and then to work and then home, coming back tired, and the kids in the what's it called? Goodness me, I lost my word now. There you go. In the childcare center. So I was basically going nowhere with that. And we also had a business. My husband is a builder by trade. So I was looking after the books and all of that. So I had my hands full. And my kids at that point were 2 and 4. And I was contemplating in my mind, I need to find something. I need to do something for myself if possible. I saw that, it's a lot. It's much better if you're working for yourself, in a sense that you have that freedom of achieving that higher success, and you really can, you can, to a degree, I believed, improvise, and you can create yourself, into something more. And the funny thing is, you do, be careful what you ask for. Even in my thoughts, I didn't know that I was subconsciously attracting something greater. And as Russell said, this business, I'm sure, found me. So I came up, we went out one night, I came home and I was browsing and I came across an ad, and it was a weekend, I think after midnight Saturday, and I put my details in. And I was waiting that whole Sunday for Rebecca, my then enroller, to give me a call. And I was thinking, should I give her a call on Sunday? And I go, no, I'll wait. And she called me on Monday, and the past is past. Slowly, I decided to commit to this. It was a rocky road at the very start. I wasn't able to invest myself in business all the way to, M8, not even the M7. I wasn't even sure really at that point if this was the right thing, but I had the feeling. So I ran with that. I sort of ran with my, intuition at that point. And I was on the calls. I was listening to the stories. The people were real. I really wanted to, to see myself as part of this community, as someone who is actually contributing and bringing value eventually. So it took me, a while to adjust. And everything was slow for me because of my language barrier at that time. But it was the belief that I had. It was my self-image at that time. And just by doing that personal development, I grew out of it. So I will jump out with an advice straight away. It takes time to make yourself into who you ultimately want to become. And don't be hard on yourself. And like Peggy said, it's the best if you stop comparing yourself to what other people are achieving and leaving out that time concept and predicting, what could happen. We are not prophets. We are, people that create. We create now something that's going to be visible in the future. So to me, just being able to grasp that concept and see that there's, you know, such a beautiful community and people that are there to lift you up is an amazing thing. So yeah, I got started 5 years ago, almost, in April 2017. And I upgraded to M7 end of 2018, believe it or not. So the first year I was on a bit of a roller coaster with my health as well. I broke my leg, but I took a break. We went on a holiday. So yeah, after upgrading to the M7, I decided to, you know what, I said, this is ridiculous. I'm going M8. Like, what am I waiting for? And everything changed after that. I went to Thailand, and you know, I've seen myself in you know, in many instances as my future self. You know, there's a lot of work that I needed to do on myself at that point. I kept on, you know, doing what I had to do. I was, you know, following the system as I am now at my own pace. And yes, slowly results started popping out in my personal life and in my business. And I always say it's so important to work on yourself first, and that will transpire into your results in your business and in any area of your life. So that's how it was for me. And yeah, so I talked a lot. Sorry, Chrissy.
No, that's great. Thank you, Anna. And what you talked about there about working on yourself, see, that's what we didn't do. I was just all about the wheels, having to get money, having to get money, having to get money. And as we know, chasing money, you know, it has four legs. We never can catch it. So it's really about, you know, opening up that product, using our product as quickly as we start doing income producing activities. That's a little bit that I skipped. But you're right too, Anna. Everyone works at their pace, and it's entirely up to the individual. Now, Rach always says, though, it's so much easier to go fast here, but not everybody fits into that category. So it's entirely up to you guys. For us, it was slow. You know, Anna, you got started at M1 then, is that what I was hearing? Or did you get started with no product to start with?
No, I got started with the M1. And at that time, I remember it was a phone call presentation. It was a crazy thing. I remember a phone call, and Rebecca sent me, you know, explained to me how we will, you know, get on that phone call. And I was listening, trying to listen, like all the voices coming through. And I said to my husband, come listen with me. And he was like, a bunch of crazy women? No. And he walked away. All at once, all the voices and everything. I was like, oh, come on. But he is so supportive. He's been amazing with all of this. And he is the one actually, and I always like to say that pushed me to see the different perspective when it comes to business, because he's been doing it for a while. And yeah, so grateful to him as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know Colin and I stayed at M1 for many years. There was no M7 fast track back then anyway. And we slowly got ourselves to where we are today. But the big picture was always there. We just had to work out how to get to that big picture. So Anna, can you share though what your results have been recently? And do you feel that there was a pivotal point that changed recently, or has it been just over that period of time?
It was in the past, I would say, year that I've noticed many changes, that I've actually started, you know, properly implementing everything that I've learned so far. So when we say, you know, we read a book, we go through a course and we put it aside. You know, there's certain things that you realize that you're doing and you say, okay, I know that. But when you continue on with, let's say, me, for example, going through the 17-day course over and over again in my car, or 7 to 7 figures, or whatever course that we have, I always have it plugged in my car, and other books that I like to listen to and read. You know, you find yourself catching yourself and knowing what you're doing wrong and what you need to improve. My first thing that I've, noticed is I've never counted my wins. I've never gone back and looked at what I've done good and where actually my life has changed. And once I've done that, it doesn't take long. It just takes a little bit of reflection on, a few months back, and you actually see, oh my God, wow, I'm a different person. And asking someone who is very close to you, what do you think of me today, comparing to me last year? Like, is there a difference? Because sometimes the other person's point of view is as well, a good thing. And once I started doing that, I've seen,
Diggy?
what's going on.
Diggy?
Hang on, I'll just be, unmuted. Yep, I think they've muted themselves. Yeah, sorry, Anna, go on.
It's very, very important to count your wins, to give yourself a break, to reflect and to sit down and say, okay, if I wasn't, doing something right today, I can fix it tomorrow. And being aware of what where you've gone wrong and knowing that there is a way. And I say to everyone, this is as well one of my husband's nuggets. He says, honey, if there's a problem, there's a solution. If there's no problem, there's no solution, so stop worrying about it. There's nothing to solve, meaning no problem. You'll find, a way around it. Give yourself, a few hours out. So, there hasn't been any specific, I would say, moment where I had that realization, but there was kind of accumulation of little realization that when I look back now, I realize, wow, it's a big change. It's a big switch. For example, when I'm talking over the phone, when I'm prospecting, I'm seeing that I'm more in a flow than, talking and listening to myself and critiquing myself as I talk, noticing that I'm, going off here and there. For example, when I'm talking to you now, I stopped using the there's something that as well, I didn't want to do. Blinking with my eyes like this, there's something as those little things. It's kind of, micro things that I would notice. But, I now see that working on yourself and really allowing yourself to become slowly, it's the best thing you can do. And everything that I've purchased in so far, my M8 and, everything, I see it as an investment in myself, a huge thing when you see it like that, and seeing that this is such a beautiful business model and something that allows people to really, have that growth exponentially. When we say throughout the calls, or you have this exponential, monetary, rise. Suddenly, it's not only that, but it's everything else. For me, it was, everything that changed, in my life. Yeah. Hope it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. Thank you. So yeah, it's been over that time, which is a great thing to share, because that just shows, always doing one thing better the next day than you did the day before, and it just grows on itself. And counting your wins, Anna, that is such a big deal that, it's a little part of our Beyond Freedom evolution, but it's a major part for your business and your life, because we all tend to concentrate on what we haven't achieved. Put my hand up, best one ever at doing that previously. To Kirsty, your wonderful now enroller, your M8 director, that said, wow, you're not counting your wins. And because I was so busy counting everything that hadn't happened. So really important, guys, count your wins. And as Anna said, reflect on them as well. Because we're in our life, we tend to not realize how far we've come and grown. So unless you have a daughter like mine that's, maybe a bit like a mother and says it how it is, Kath say I have no filter, and tells you that exactly what it was previously to what it is now. So it is a great thing to achieve through our business, our community, our products. And, Peggy said about getting every call. We've been really, belting you over the head with that, guys, for a long time. But it's so important. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, there's one day a week that I don't get on the live call because I'm not available. heading into town, we don't have service. And, you know, I'm getting that call as soon as I can. The Euro calls, the North America calls, all of those is part of your business. If you had a staff meeting that you had to be at for your job, you'd be there. To me, I would say you can't create success in this business unless you are part of all of our calls. So make sure you are on them. And look, guys, it is 5 minutes to. We have all been very good talkers. So there's a lot of love coming through the chat. So Peggy and Anna or Russell, if you know how to save the chat to have a look at it, do that if you haven't been able to keep up with it. Because part of our wonderful business is our community, and there is some love coming there. We're going to open it up. I know it's a bit difficult because you've had Russell, Peggy, myself, and Anna all speaking at you and sharing. But anyone that would like to come out, direct your question anywhere or share some love, just unmute and come on out.
Pam from Perth.
Alex in Sydney.
Oh, Pam, you were right in there quickly, and it's bright and early for you, so come on out.
Hi, Chrissy, and everyone. I just wanted to jump out and just say thank you. I'm super, super excited. I've actually been in the business for a few years now, but just really started. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Fantastic. Yeah, timing's got to be right, guys. Pam, thank you so much. And look at that. You're excited, you're ready to get started, and it's, you know, silly o'clock over there in Perth and you're on the call. You could have an excuse to sleep in and catch it later, but well done. So thanks, Pam, for getting us underway. Anybody else that would like to come out?
Alex in Sydney.
Maureen, very
hi,
off the mark.
everyone. Thanks for calling me out, Chrissy. Love you guys. Yes, never. All I can say to everybody on the stream is never, ever, ever give up. Just keep going, because it does happen. Thanks, guys. Love you all.
Thanks, Maureen. Appreciate that. I know you've been traveling around a little bit, and it's wonderful to see you healthy again. So thank you for coming out and sharing. Anybody else that has got a share or would like to come out?
New Zealand.
Oh, I got Alex, then New Zealand. So I think it was Jamie that flicked on my screen. So Alex, then Jamie.
Thanks, Chrissy. I just wanted to share some love to the three awesome people that have just been sharing their stories with us. Russell, your video is amazing. It was very static, but I could just see so much class. I love the suit look. I love the pool. I just think that you are going to be attracting some really high quality leads and building a really awesome team. So congrats on that. Peggy, I love that you're just so relaxed on your boat, taking in your your business as it comes as well. I think your shares are really awesome. And Anna, you're pretty looking amazing, blonde. I think your shares are amazing. And I think it's really pertinent to know that, everything takes time. You have to really, just like you said, Chrissy, if you're wanting to get results at the gym, you've got to put in the effort every single day. You can't expect to go to the gym today and see the results today. So I just wanted to say thank you to you all. I think you guys are great and have an amazing weekend.
Thank you so much, Alex. And I've just remembered, Anna, we didn't do your actual financial results, did we?
Oh, we didn't. I forgot about that. Well, yeah, we went up camping end of December to January. And when we got back, I took another 5 days off, but I kept my ads running. And I started work on the 10th. And in those first 2 weeks with the Q&A call, I had one M7 and one M1 sale. So yeah, I've got a couple in the pipeline as well. So I just want to welcome, while I'm here, I believe I've seen one of my beautiful ladies here today, Cara and Sharon. So welcome. And I look forward to seeing you on, training calls and maybe giving a testimonial sometime soon.
Thank you, Anna. Sorry about that. Welcome to your new team members. And as Peggy just said, I was going to say the same thing. I think everybody in POL will be going camping now. I only go glamping. So, but anyway, I actually love to go camping, but it is a little bit more glamping style. So congratulations. Now, Jamie, we'll have to finish with you. I see we're at the top of the hour. So you've got the final spot.
Awesome. Thanks, Chrissy. Just wanted to say to the three of you, well done. Russell, your positioning piece was so professionally done. And I think like Chrissy said, you definitely could be a radio voiceover for sure. You've got the right voice for it. Agree with what you said. I was about to mention about the camping. I was the same. I had, a stellar start to the year too. So same with you, Anna and Peggy. Let's just all go camping and run the business, because the proof's in the pudding, guys. Camping is where it's at. And both of you ladies, fantastic results. It's so inspiring to see, because so many of the leaders say it all the time, don't we? When you get in the flow and you just release the unattachment and you release and let go, just magic starts to happen when we do what's recommended. That's all we got to do. So inspire everybody and go out and create success, guys. Thanks for letting me share.
Thanks, Jamie. Yes, it seems so simple, doesn't it? And I know you've had a great start to the year as well, Jamie, because you're on my team. So congratulations for that. So everyone, thank you. So Russell, I'm sorry that my internet may have been a little bit slow for your six-pack homepage, but it was fantastic. Guys, you'll have to look up Russell's website and go and check it out so you can see it. Is it up on your website already, Russell? Yep.
Yes.
All righty. Yep. So you have to Google Russell Smith and see if you can find it to have a look at. Peggy and Anna, thank you so much for putting your hand up and joining me. It's been so fun, even worth getting up at 5 o'clock for me and whatever o'clock it was for you, Peggy. So guys, thanks for all the love. Thanks for the shares. We will bounce into next week now with live prospecting. And don't forget Super Saturday, get your tickets. We'll see you virtually there. Thanks, everyone. Bye.